I am currently in the process of starting the dragon's beard. I just washed my new silicone donut molds. They're drying. I have my candy thermometer, my white vinegar, and my scale because most of the recipes, if not all of them, are in metric. So I have my food scale so I can measure out my grams. I also bought the large 10-pound bag of sugar because I have a feeling I'm going to do this more than once. And I have my corn syrup ready to go. I'm just measuring out the last of my sugar. This is very difficult. Just a little bit more to be very precise. There we go. 200. Oh, a little too. Oh, there. 223 grams added to my 1,000 grams of sugar. That is a lot of sugar. I am also measuring out 100 grams of corn syrup, which I will add to my sugar that is in my pan. Whoops. To my sugar corn syrup mixture, I added 2 cups of water. I am now adding the very important 1 teaspoon of vinegar. So what we're doing with the vinegar is we're inverting the sugar. Sugar, when it boils, creates crystals if you don't invert it. And when you pull it, crystals create the flakiness in sugar. So we want no flakiness, so we are adding the teaspoon of vinegar. I'm now waiting semi-patiently for this to get to 269 degrees. My first attempt of the dragon's beard sugar definitely did not work out. It crystallized, which I am maybe unable to pull. This one looks a little bit better, but it definitely, you can see the crystal starting to form. So back to some research. Here is attempt number 2. Definitely much clearer. I used the same exact recipe, but instead of scooping it out of the pan with a ladle and stirring it in the process and creating those air bubbles which cause the crystals, I just kind of gently poured it in. So it's pretty translucent, and so I think this is going to work. So I am finally getting it pulled a little bit more. I'm having trouble with it getting hardened. So this is as fine as I got the sugar. It was starting to harden, and so I'm going to count this as a success because I did create pulled sugar. But I'm going to try it again. I think I'm going to try heating the cornstarch up a little bit because maybe it will keep it a little bit, the mixture a little bit warmer. So I'm going to try this again. Okay, attempt number 3. I heated the cornstarch a little bit, so I'm hoping that helps. And I have camera assistant now, which is quite handy. So I'm going to pull this into a donut shape. And when it gets about 16 inches, I am going to start the process. Okay, you can turn it off. Okay, I'm going to start my first pull. You create a figure 8, and then you repeat the process again and again. I will see you in a couple minutes. Okay, this is not the technique that I was supposed to be using for it. I'm kind of just using my brute force to pull the sugar strands, but it's better than my first attempt. So I'm going to count this as successfully making dragon's beard. My learning objective has been met because I partially made dragon's beard by using online videos and YouTube. I was successfully able to accomplish this. Thank you so much.